I tried to update the Speedfast game entitled today in the Baguette Restream Discord. I went exclamation mark game and Baguette Restream, like, wait a minute. This is it. It was like that Hercules clip, like, wait a minute. This isn't Speedfast. Disappointed.
I feel like I've done that before, like if I would be like restreaming for like Pixels for Peace, but I was also like restreaming for or moderating a chat, I would accidentally like change the game and like I don't know, like Alaska's chat. It's like, oh, he's definitely not playing Melee.
Yep, and when you're like deliriously tired. Looks like we got Wizards Warriors 3 up here now. Gonna have some all guilds marquisdan going on. Get some little intro. These intro characters going on is pretty fun. I love the sprite work in this game. It's just such a just something about it just makes me laugh a little bit.
J'espère que vous passez quand même un bon moment depuis le début. Ce magnifique marathon qui a commencé depuis même pas une journée.
So what are some of the things we're going to be seeing, Commander?
So some main things to hit on, courtesy of marquisdan, because he sent me a text file, is he's going to be manipulating how far he's thrown when he gets hit and using invincibility frames to attack back. That's going to be really important. He's also going to be manipulating how many sprites are on the screen so that he can keep certain things from spawning in, which is something we see kind of a lot in these nests and SNES games.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to be doing our favorite thing, which is making walls optional rather than mandatory.
You gotta love it when your walls just become optional. Oop, I think might be frozen on Baguette's end here. Looks like things are a little frozen. Okay. Looks like we're just running into some tech difficulties right now. So we'll just wait for those to be done. Thanks for being patient, everyone. What are some of the runs you've enjoyed watching this marathon, Commander?
To be honest, I've been at work the entire day, but GeoGuessr's the best.
GeoGuessr was pretty fun, I gotta say. Sexrex was given like all these facts there and things like that. And, like that's a pretty fun run. It's pretty much just straight up your geography knowledge there. So you just gotta know like what European cities might have a transit line on it because there's a transit line here. It's like I don't know. I wouldn't know off the top of my head.
That sounds like it would be cool. Like do GeoGuessr at Midwest Speed Fest, but it's like the Minneapolis, St. Paul area.
That would be pretty cool. That maybe maybe we'll have to submit that because if Baguette's doing it, now we got to do our own now, or maybe just like a general Midwest one.
Yeah, general Midwest would be really cool. You get like some things that, oh, this is Texas, or oh, this is Chicago, or also we have the luxury of these awesome things called license plates.
Oh yeah, that helps a lot because in European Union it's all just European Union license plate.
Yeah, I used to watch. There's a GeoGuessr YouTuber, and he had a guide on all of the United States license plates. And if you want to learn how all the United States license plates, it's like 4 hours, but it's really educational.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it does definitely would be really educational. Here we go. Looks like we're back up now. We get to see some more sprites walk in. We get Ernie to walk in, which I mean is just, Ernie's the best. Look at that. Just absolutely fantastic.
Cette run de Wizard en noir et 3 en all guide.
Get Ernie here. We're also gonna have Mr. Wilkes.
Dès que tu veux présenter un petit peu le jeu, ou je m'en occupe.
So yeah, we got to see some Wizards and Warriors earlier today. Gonna be seeing kind of a different style of game with this one. With Wizards and Warriors 3. This is also a Rareware game, but it was developed by Zippo, which is a subsidiary of Rare. That subsidiary went bankrupt during the development of this game. So another company came in and finished it. So it's a little incomplete and a little rough around the edges at times.
That makes it a great speed game.
Exactly. makes for a great speedrun though.
C'est un jeu de catégorie Metroidvania. C'est très très différent que le premier jeu que j'ai fait. Je commence.
And we just get more of these sprites, which was really just fantastic. Just look at all these sprites just walking in, just being like, "That's me."
Allez. So, donc,
And we're off. So as you can see, this is less about there's still platforming, but I'm trying to think of what a good game it kind of is similar to.
Feels like Zelda 2, but if the towns in it, if you could jump on top of the towns and kind of explore them.
Yeah, definitely. I was thinking Zelda 2 vibes at the beginning.
Yeah. It's very much so got that vibe. So there we go. We got the bronze statue for the thief. So in this game, you'll be able to transform. Well, change between different characters, I guess is more accurate. So right now we're playing as the knight. Dan just got the thief though, and that's going to be pretty important because the thief has the fastest movement speed in the game. So he's going to be using him whenever possible, but he also doesn't want to change characters whenever possible because it is pretty slow to change characters. So it's going to be trying to get thief whenever it'd be most convenient.
And he's going to be trying to get these 3 thief statues in a row because that allows him to get a lot better movement and unlock any door. And as we saw earlier, doors can be a pain in the butt.
Yeah, like with the gray doors from Wizards and Warriors 1.
So this is, I believe, the mini boss. Yeah, this is a mini boss fight.
There we go. Got a bronze statue there.
Voilà, donc pour expliquer un petit peu au chat, le truc c'est que le boss pour lui, il n'y a personne.
And kaboom. Now we're the thief.
As you can see, the thief is a lot faster.
Mm-hmm. And plus he wears cool clothes and he's got pretty stylish beard, so I would recommend.
And there, Dan got 6 keys. Not like in his current PB where he got 9 keys because he was going so fast. And here we have a boss fight where it's just stabbing this guy.
Yep. This guy, he doesn't want to get off cycle idea. Ooh, kind of like that. It's a little unfortunate, but okay, good recovery. Because yeah, when you get off cycle on that fight, then that boss tends to want to jump around and cause havoc on you. So if you just space out your dagger, like your dagger attacks, it can kind of keep them still like that, like Dan was doing.
There is a beehive up here. You see it? I will make it use a glitch to disappear. Voilà. Je ferai un autre glitch. Faire la même chose.
Doing some platforming right now. Let us be.
One of these jumps is going to be a pixel perfect jump here. You probably won't see it because he's going to get it first try. But
Yeah.
Second Thief Guild. There's
Going into our second guild of thieves right here. Kind of just like the first one, just a little bit of an auto-scroller.
you have to
C'est
know.
les niveaux, c'est toujours les mêmes.
So not much going on here.
Des trucs en plus ou des trucs en moins.
with this one, it is going to be a very similar setup to the last one that you saw, but it's going to take a little bit longer because he has a worse weapon, I believe.
C'est facile. Right.
At least that's what he told me.
We try to trick him into dodging like the first boss. Un petit peu comme le premier.
And there will be a boss fight coming up here. He's going to try to go for an AI manipulation, but it's kind of pixel perfect. So like it might not get it. Yeah. Look.
I was on the wrong pixels.
Oh, maybe.
You have only a few pixels to stand on to do the trick.
Okay. Yeah.
Ah, c'est fini.
But
This looks. There we go.
right. Yeah, there we go.
Ça, le pixel était mal placé.
Eh oui. Donc je suis Gordon Freeman.
So now we're done with our thieving guilds, so we're going to be focusing on some other guilds now. There will also be some wizard and knight guilds in this run that we're going to be going through. Each of them are going to kind of have their own style, as we saw with the thief ones had their auto scrollers. Wizard and knight ones will also have their own auto scrollers. Well, not auto scrollers, but kind of their own styles. You'll see.
Ah oui,
Same idea for this boss fight too. Keep them on a cycle whenever possible.
Dernière statue de voleur. Une statue d'or. Ici, c'est important parce que de pas tuer les gens de la ville. I can't kill anyone because that breaks the glitch. Voilà, notre première princesse.
I'm going to get one of the princesses here with the jewel.
Je dois trouver 4 gemmes. J'en ai un.
And we're out. So our main goal in this run will be to get 4 of those gems, and that'll let you get to the last boss of Malco.
This one is easier than the second one. It's plus facile.
There we go. We've got another guild to go through.
il y a moins de portes.
So, another auto scroller one.
Arrows and daggers are always the same. Right. Ah, de merde. Cette boss ici est un peu difficile. 3, 4, 5. Parce que le boss a beaucoup de santé. J'essaierai de faire un truc comme ça.
Similarly, kind of like last time.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he got it. Yeah, it looks like he. Oh.
Oh. It seemed close.
Non. Je dois attendre un cycle.
Yeah, it's like a 5 pixel window, so like if you don't get it, that's fine.
Last hit.
Dan's gonna do it in a safe
Aw.
strat. Oh,
Roma.
that was really unfortunate. So unfortunately, we'll have to go through this auto score again.
Toujours.
Sans la gaffe.
So that'll cost Dan about a minute.
C'est la faute de Romain.
Mais au milieu, Speed fait son DLC là.
Yeah, some of the fights could be rough, so
Oh, bah, ça, je l'utiliserai en stream.
Like we said earlier, this game could be a little rough around the edges.
That was a really bad one. That cost like a minute and a half.
While we go through this, I'm gonna be right back. I'm grabbing some spoons.
Ah oui, parce qu'en plus, on
No worries.
tout le scroller.
Oui. Ah, j'attends.
So there we go. Once we beat this fight, we'll be able to get into the Thieves Guild.
Facile comme ça.
Ouais.
So there we go. All done. There we go.
1 minute behind now.
And that looked really successful.
Yeah, that fight went a lot better. So now all done with thief stuff, and we are going to be making our way down to night guilds now.
Je suis dans le palais. I think palais.
So there's our first one, just a bronze statue out in the open, kind of like what we had with the thief one. It's just sitting out there.
Le chevalier niveau 1. Les costumes de chevalier m'aidaient avec les attaques.
Yeah, you need to get that to return it to that, guys. You might have read there.
On doit obtenir tous les guildes.
Just like the thieving guilds. Just got little extra challenges. This time, some platforming.
Ça se passe ici, encore une fois, un AI manip. Oh, I made a mistake. Yeah. C'est pas si grave. It's not bad.
Yeah, it seems like okay. Overall, though, that section went pretty well because those projectiles can be kind of trolly in that section, but Dan got some nice RNG, so that helps quite a bit.
Donc je vais trouver la statue d'argent pour le prochain niveau de chevalier.
Here, we're going to be using the knight since it's going to be all vertical jumps.
Parce que
Knight's got pretty solid vertical momentum, whereas the thief's got better horizontal momentum, so might as well switch to the thief here. Or not to the knight, excuse me.
ici je veux tuer le boss avant qu'il parle. Une petite cutscene skip.
Choke him a few times, and he's done. Just like that.
Oh non, j'ai
As the boss didn't get a chance to talk, so yeah, he didn't mess up. Boss was going to talk, so he did save a little bit of time skipping some dialogue.
Mhm.
Sorcier.
Donc, parce que
Now we will thieve ourselves and
faire les 3 niveaux de
go. Oh, that was skillful.
sorcier, voilà.
Yeah, the little nice slide there. I'm a big fan of that one.
J'ai 3 de voleurs déjà.
We're going all the way back to the bottom.
Les 3 voleurs sont faits, et il manque plus
Ugh, excuse me.
que le reste.
I'm tired. I'm not going to bed.
You're all good.
Don't tell me to go to bed, chat. You can't make me go to bed.
And that was the first wizard statue that you saw.
On doit sauter sur
Yo.
les oignons. Comme ça.
So we're gonna be doing we're gonna be getting 3 wizard statues here before we go back to get some knight ones here. These wizard like guild tests they have you just get on these little onions and just jump up them. So you're gonna be the knight through most of them because of the knight's vertical momentum.
I wouldn't have considered them as onions, but now I do.
They're either onions or like bowls. Like Dan calls them onions, so like it's like they must be onions. If Dan calls them onions, they must be onions. I guess because they've got those little creases on them.
Il peut pas m'attaquer.
Nice. Dan set up just right, so he got at just the right pixel, and that boss will never hit him if he's at just the right spot in there.
C'est fait par David Wise. Comme le même gars que Battletoads et Donkey Kong Country, des jeux comme ça.
So there is our wizard.
J'attaque le monstre.
But who needs the wizard?
Costume
We're actually gonna be a thief.
pour courir rapidement. Ah. That was a hard jump.
Run over here, and we have some new friends to fight once we get further along. And here we go.
Je connais pas le mot pour
We're facing some worms.
peut-être un serpent.
Supposedly this boss was based off of something from R-Type.
Oui, je pense que c'est ça.
I'm not super familiar with that series, so but that's what I hear.
Il n'y a pas beaucoup d'RNG ici. Le pattern est toujours le même.
It's kind of like how Volvagia and Ocarina of Time was.
RNG avec ses attaques.
Volvagia was based on like R-Wing movement. Kind of a similar idea there.
This worm guy's almost gone. It's just the head now. And he's no more.
Petit sequence break. Je retrouve le statut d'or avant que le statut d'argent.
So we've got our gold wizard statue. Making really good progress already. We've gotten quite a few statues already. We're only 15 minutes in. Dan's
Now
been
for the
bruising.
Yeah. Now for our silver statue, we're going to beat up this silver wizard, or not silver wizard, this silver worm.
Et il est bleu. Le serpent est bleu comparé à l'autre.
Ah oui, oui. C'est complètement différent.
Yeah, once we beat this worm, then we'll be able to get another statue in there.
You can see he's only doing what every D&D wizard player ever does, and just use fireball.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Whenever I play wizard, that's exactly what I do. Just cast fireball all day.
Non.
I definitely feel that.
Yep.
So there we go.
There was our walls are optional.
Okay.
As is common in Wizards of Warriors games. Walls, like you said, walls are a little optional. So that is a pixelated frame perfect jump. That strat for that was discovered by Jackie Biak. So shout out to Jackie for finding that.
And now we're back with our onions.
Get your onions out. Onion hours.
Oui.
Let's see if he can't get this perfect jump and perfect setup again.
Mm-hmm. And just, yeah, like what Commander said, at the top here, there'll be another boss fight. So, same idea here. And, yep,
You got it.
it's like good position. Yep, next statue.
Ok, j'essaierai de faire un walkthrough très difficile. Pas comme ça. Je le essaierai une fois.
Now we're back into the thief. We're going to zoom across.
Non. Ok. Backup strat.
And away we go.
le dernier niveau de sorcier. Swag flash, comme ça. I had to use the thief to open the door. J'avais besoin d'ouvrir la porte avec le.
Alright, here we go. We got our next wizard guild to go through right here, so more onions.
C'est pas le nom en français.
Oh, j'ai pas-
Can we get some onions in chat for all these onions we're seeing? There's got to be some onion hype here. There's got to be someone who's a fan of onions in this chat. I know.
Je crois qu'il a.
The real question is, do we have an onion
En
emote?
anglais, on dira.
I don't. Ooh, do we have an onion emote?
Je pense qu'il va y avoir des petites plateformes.
I don't think we do.
Tu vas être d'accord avec moi. Hein.
Ah
Le
oui.
chat va être d'accord.
Go to bed, Gooby. Don't tell me to go to bed, Levon. You can't tell me what to do.
Peut-être jump ici.
To Midwinter Speed Sprinter 2021,
C'est vraiment difficile.
an onion race.
Plus difficile de leur run.
We'll set some onions on a table and see if they race each other. Onion hype. There we go. There's some onion hype. That's what I like to see.
Here we have this last one. I think he got it.
Ici, le boss. non,
Yeah,
pas
that-
iframes,
Oh yeah, he's got it right there. So clean boss fights from Dan this whole run, really.
Écoute-le pas, hein, il raconte des conneries. Je pense
Pretty solid overall.
Et donc, je
Brings to
crois-
the latter half. All we have to do, or up next, is finishing off our knights,
Palace.
Mm-hmm.
or knights of the onion table, I guess.
The Knights of the Onions. Is their table made of onions, or like is there onions on their table? If it's an onion table.
The knights are actually onions.
Oh, this way.
Yes, there we go.
We want to go to the top.
So Dan's gonna be doing some climbing here to get up to a castle. That's where our second and third night guild sections will be.
He's gonna be switching to the wizard here momentarily. Coming up
Deuxième,
to-
sorcier pour, protéger.
The siege is
There.
running out of hand.
Got to go through the bacon waterfall.
Le prochain niveau de chevalier.
You ever just you ever just
Il y a beaucoup de RNG ici.
you ever just find a bacon waterfall?
Je voudrais une petite voice RNG en chat, si vous voulez.
Okay, in this setup, there's going to be some platforming RNG that he's going to have to watch out for.
Ah oui, c'est pas le niveau.
So not only is he gonna have that RNG to look out for,
RNG.
he's gonna have a very difficult boss fight coming up. It's just a hard one to optimize with
Ok, en français.
just having to use a lot of
Mais le-
alternating inputs in here, trying to control his damage and maximize iframes. Looks like yeah, so you see Dan's trying to go for that right now. Looking,
Bien.
it's looking a little close. Nice.
Really close there.
Yeah.
Oui. C'est box de l'enfer.
C'est une élève, hein, après tout. Hein.
Je comprends pas.
We got through probably the hardest boss fight, so that's nice. But we've got the most RNG guild coming up here. So we're gonna need quite a few bless RNGs coming up.
A button, please. Okay.
The boss for the third night guild it's gonna have a lot of health,
Voler?
which is kind of problematic, but it's also not too challenging to manipulate, so it's nice to have that there.
Also, I want to point out he just levitated there. Keep that in your memory. That might be useful later on.
Oh yeah, casually levitating,
Je vais encore voir le cutscene skill.
as one does.
Le boss. Je veux pas parler.
Just poke this guy. Just poke him. Onions like onions. There you go.
Thank you, Levon. I see that in the English chat.
So overall, Pretty solid though. Now after that, we're just going back to the caves. We've gotten all our guild requirements. We're looking pretty solid, I believe.
Castle. Je me souviens pas le mot pour castle.
Can't think. I don't think we need any more, right? Or am I missing one?
Doit être sur
I think that was just a mini boss. Let me.
il faut voler.
Yeah, that was the mini boss for the gold statue.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So there's some basic platforming and then some RNG shenanigans coming up.
Wazo is a bird, right? I think.
Also, I want to do that in real life.
I wish I could do that in real life. That'd be awesome. You ever just meditate so hard you just start levitating?
Bienvenue à la dernière guilde de la run.
Here we go. Oh, and he needs to switch over to the knight.
There we go. This is the third one, right?
Beaucoup dans
This is where things can go south.
Yeah. So my bad. I got a little preemptive there.
Prier pour les RNG, tout ça.
This is our last one.
It's the onions.
Je suis retrouvé en
Oh yes.
Ah, bien.
It's always the onions.
Like for real. Ok. C'est bon ici. Il est facile. Il a un pattern fixé.
You can see this guy has a lot of health.
Tout sur le même.
So far, Dan's doing a really good job of
Less RNG.
just utilizing his iframes to attack him as quickly as possible.
It's not the best.
Yeah, that was a
Here we
really,
go.
really clean fight. Yeah. So, unfortunately, it's not too difficult to manipulate that one.
Donc je ferai un
And just with that, with the one knockback time you get with it, also, you can just force him into a rest state a lot and get a lot of hits on him with that, which is also nice.
Non. Je l'aime pas.
And we're gonna be getting our second gem over here.
Je sais pas que je veux faire. Comme ça.
What's our favorite thing to do? Just, you know,
C'est pas bon.
going up.
Chilling. What you doing? Just levitating. Chilling.
C'est ça. Pas besoin de sauter, on peut voler.
Deuxième gemme.
Thank you, Princess Joanna.
Tant qu'on a les temps.
Alors, donc, c'est le parti de la run.
Now we're going to do that really cool thing where we're going to do a butt slide here coming up.
Coming.
Je tente.
Hey.
Butt slide successful.
Voilà. On revient aux cavernes.
Is it kind of like the slider from Mario 64? Kind of looks like it a little bit.
Pion.
But it's actually, it actually helps though.
Perdu notre-
And if you catch those roofs, it does slow your descent a bit and avoid any fall damage. So it's actually pretty optimal for your health.
Je me souviens pas que mon
Here we're going to get our third one from Princess Lindsay.
She also asked us to promise to marry her, so already it's
That's the true end goal there.
speedrunning a marriage right in there. So that's the optimal strat. You just like just ask for the yes. Just
effrayante. Si vous avez, si vous avez
You wouldn't want to marry someone who can just levitate in the air.
yeah. I'm agreed.
a petite compensation sword here.
And here we have a very interesting fight with nothing other than a dragon that has 3 heads.
Not Mega Man 2, don't worry. Not Getting some flashbacks from that with that dragon fight in that game.
Also, unfortunately, Dan did fall, but that's okay because you could just rise back up to the occasion.
That's the beauty of levitating.
Cette boss ici est vraiment.
Oh no! Wow, that was like Goofy go to bed. Oh no! Title Goofy go to bed. I'm planning on going to bed in a little bit. I'm trying to.
Guys, he still has another run to do, or another run to comment.
I do. I might sleep a little bit before it. We'll see what happens.
Demi-heure. Oh, ok. Pas mauvais. The hitbox.
So far, things are looking pretty good.
Ah, bien. Il est mort.
Dragon is almost defeated, which is oh.
There we go.
There we go.
J'ai utilisé
That's what every D&D player wants to hear.
sorcière niveau 1 pour set up le glitch pour le dernier boss.
Also, you saw that he shot like a bunch of fireballs in the air. That was to set up some memory addresses to kick some things off the screen.
Merci pour le
The NES is very limited in what it can hold on the screen, so SNES and NES can have kind of sprite limits, and once you get past his sprite limit, games start behaving wonky and slowing down, and we don't want any of that. So, if you ever play around with ROM hack editors, that's always a thing that they will warn you about. It's not to overload sprites in your ROM hack.
Now it's going to be a bunch of platforming and shenanigans. The easiest thing is just to be as quick as possible.
Mhm.
Ici, je veux pas sauter, je veux pas voler parce que it's slow. Because it's slow to jump. Ok. En marche. Ah, merde. Okay.
So yeah, we're just making our way to Malco right now. When we do get to Malco, he will offer us a chance to join him.
Just like all good bosses do.
Right. It's like, well, you could join me if you want to, but if you do select yes to it, it's just a game over. So don't join the bad guys. The moral of the story.
Moral of the story is marry someone who can levitate.
That that too. Marry someone who levitates. Don't join the bad guy. Eat your onions. And go to bed, Gooby.
Here we go. We're close to the end here, and here's our man.
Alright, here we go. Hi, Melkel.
C'est instant game over. Donc, je veux dire non.
Don't do it, Dad. Good.
Now we're going to switch to our good friend, our levitating magician, and yeah.
Easy like that. GG.
C'est pas mal pour une.
And that is Wizards and Warriors 3 All Guilds. This has a photosensitivity warning, just heads up. Yeah, because there's... Yeah. I don't need to say more about that.
I would feel that way too if I just kind of watched a guy blow up.
Yeah, this is a relatable mood.
Je comprends pas.
Ah,
Yeah, this section is pretty wild. I remember at Speedfest 2019, it was the first time I saw this game. I left the room for a little bit and came back to the end of it and saw this. I was like, "What is happening? what is going on stream? There's no way this is intentional." I'm like, "Yep, this is what is supposed to happen." You know? Okay.
While we're being tripped out, I'll let everyone know what's coming up next. Up next, we have Pringles All A's by P. And then we have some Fear 80% Glitchless by Goldorak. And then we're actually coming back. And we're going to be discussing Death's Hangover, which is going to be a heck of a run. If you don't know what that game is, you're bound to question humanity and laugh a lot, as we'll cover that.
It'll be a fun breakout, clone. Before we go, though, I have a confession to make about this next up Pringles run. Is that on the desk next to me, I have a bag of Lay's and Fritos, and no Pringles in my household. Actually, wait, no, there are some Pringles in this. No, in my place. Never mind.
I don't
But-
have Pringles. I have an empty bag of Ruffles.
Oh no, I got. It's time to make an emergency Pringles trip right now. How many people are yelling at me for not having Pringles?
I'm disappointed. No Pringles for Pringles. I want a refund.
DJ Fatso wants a refund.
Shout out to DJ.
Shout out to DJ.
Okay, we're going to move it over, and joining us, or joining the Pringle shenanigans, is going to be Sex Rex and Levin.
Bye, everyone.